You must have noticed there is one alphabet in front of most of the Denon AV receiver models, and that alphabet is H. Now, do you know what does this H stand for? Well, it stands for HEOS, and HEOS is a multi-room technology that is proprietary to Sound United. Now, Sound United is a group that also owns Denon and Marantz electronics, and that's why in most of the Denon and Marantz amplifiers, you'll always see that they are compatible with HEOS as a multi-room technology. Now, this multi-room technology lets you control and operate multiple devices when connected to the Wi-Fi network. And that's the beauty of HEOS, which actually enables you to control music in each and every space corner of your home. One of the most common questions that I get after explaining HEOS is that isn't it similar to what an AirPlay or an Alexa or a Google speaker is? Well, it's not. It's totally different, and let me break that down for you. Now, when you buy a Google speaker or an Alexa speaker, what can you probably do with it? You can give them commands, ask them to perform some actions, and the sound that you're going to get is from those small tiny boxes. Now, are those great? Not really, right? You would agree that they are not some of the best speakers that you can have in your home to enjoy some good sound. Okay, now if this is about the voice control devices, what about AirPlay? Now, AirPlay is a proprietary product belonging to only Apple, and only the Apple devices are allowed to transfer data in the form of photos, music, or any other information exchange via AirPlay. Now, this is again not letting you play sound, it is just helping you transfer the sound. Whereas HEOS lets you do these two along with much more applications. And now let's dive into those applications. Now, to understand the applications of HEOS, let us take some live example because that would be very interesting. Now, let's imagine there's a Mr. X who has a bungalow, and in his bungalow he wants to have music everywhere. Okay, so he would have a landscape area in the front yard, then he may have a common area at the backyard. He has a living room, a family dining area, then a kitchen, 3 4 bedrooms, a terrace area, a gymnasium, and as well a theater room. Now, in all these multiple places, he wants to play music. Not to forget, today people also want to have music in common areas, libraries, as well as washrooms. Now, these are again optional products or optional areas where you can also have music. Now, what would you do to create such system? You would just ask your electricians to lay speaker wires across the home, get it to one amplifier and just play it. But what happens when a person sitting in the kitchen does not want to listen what you are playing and probably want to play something else? For instance, if your kid does not want to listen the songs that you want to play, they would want to have a freedom of playing their own independent songs from the ceiling speakers. Now, in such cases, multi-room technology comes right in between, and HEOS has got multiple products to cover in this scenario. For instance, you can buy a Denon HEOS drive, which is a 4-zone amplifier. It can drive 8 speakers and you can get 4 zones in your home. The first zone can be 2 speakers in the landscape area. The second zone can be 2 ceiling speakers in your dining area. Third zone can be your kitchen. Fourth zone can be your backyard. Now, all of these speakers connected to one amplifier, but you can operate as well as control music individually in these areas. If need be, during certain times, if you want to play the same song everywhere, you can do that too, simply using the Denon HEOS app. Now, let's talk about the bedrooms. In the bedrooms, some bedrooms would have TV, some bedrooms may not have TV. Now, for your TV connection, what would you use? You would use a sound bar so that you can amplify the TV sound and enjoy a much more better experience. Now, in such cases, you have got covered with lot of soundbar options from Denon, which again are HEOS compatible. Once you do that, you can again have them part of the same HEOS zone network that you are trying to build for your entire home. Now, for the rooms which do not have TV, what you can do is you can buy the Denon Home series of speakers, which are Home 150, 250, 350 models based upon the room size. You can either buy one or you can buy two and use them in a stereo. Now, all of these are wireless. You simply connect them to a socket, add them to the network using the HEOS app, and you're good to go. Now, this allows the person sitting in that room to easily transfer his own preferred song onto the speaker and enjoy it. Also, if you want to have a common music, okay, especially in the morning times to wake up, everybody, then in that case you can set up an alarm which can play in certain areas. So even if the speaker is installed in a son's bedroom, you can wake him up using this multi-room technology called HEOS. Now let's talk about the final floor, which is your terrace and the home theater floor. Now in this floor, you have got a theater room which requires an AV receiver. So Denon and Marantz have got you covered with that. You have got an extra zone area which is in the terrace or in the gymnasium format, that again can have two more speakers which can be connected to the zone 2 of your AV receiver. Now this way your entire home is now a part of a Denon or a HEOS system. Now to those of you who also have some old setups lying around with them and you want them to also come to this HEOS world, you can just use the HEOS Link product and add them to the HEOS network. Now this kind of flexibility and the options to expand the system over a period of time is something that HEOS brings into the table, and you don't have to worry about spending on the speaker cables, running around speaker wires each and every corner in your home, and rely on an old system which does not give anybody a freedom to operate and control the music. So I'm pretty sure with this live example, you would now understand that how Mr. X can benefit and enjoy music in each and every corner of his home. That's the advantage of a multi-room system, and HEOS is one of those. Now let us understand what are the pros and cons of HEOS, and also then look at some of the other options that are available in the market. Now the first pro is obviously going to be the flexibility that this system or this network has to offer. You do not have to do cabling from the day one. You can install a speaker or a soundbar at a later stage as well. Just get them onto your Wi-Fi network. And getting them onto Wi-Fi network is extremely easy. That's what the second pro of this technology is, that you can have an extremely easy setup done using the HEOS app on your phone or on your iPads. And the third advantage of the HEOS technology is that it is compatible with one of the best home automation standards. For instance, if you are doing KNX automation, you can integrate the HEOS technology inside your KNX app. You can also use Control 4 and Crestron because HEOS has now got driver availability for both these other automation tools too. Now let's look at the downside of HEOS technology over the other competitors. First of all, the HEOS app. Now obviously it's an app, it's a firmware, it is going to have its own time of development, but as of now it is still not as seamless in terms of experience for a user as the other brands in this space are. Something like what a Sonos or a Blue Sound has to offer, HEOS is trying to still get closer to that experience. The second drawback is that they do not have an acoustic calculation that you can do for these speakers. For instance, if you buy a soundbar or if you buy a single wireless speaker, they do not have something wherein they can use the phone mic to calibrate the room and that speaker in that room. Now this is something which you get with Sonos TruePlay or a direct support that comes with Blue Sound on some of their products like Blue Sound Node X. Now apart from these downsides, which honestly are more for the people who are really audiophile and want to get the best experience, but for a normal person like you and me, if you want to save up the cost and want to still have something which is better and has got a wide horizon of applications, then HEOS can still be considered for our home and multi-room requirement. The other technologies that you can look for are the Yamaha Music Cast and the DTS Play 5s. If you need more information about this or want me to do some more videos on these two technologies, then let me know in the comment section. And if you want to design one of the best multi-room audio technology for your home, then please check the link that is shared above as well as in the description. That's it from my end. I, Tanmay Mehta, your home cinema consultant or home theater wale bhaiya, will see you again in the next video. Thank you so much.